Lakers fans, can you guys finally stop? Can you guys just stop? The NBA itself, can you just stop? Can you please stop? You literally have had Anthony Davis on higher than Giannis Antetokounmpo in the MVP race the entire season. You've had him higher than Antetokounmpo the entire season. And Anthony Davis, I'm sorry, we're looking at all NBA, not even an all NBA first team player. How he's top 5 in the MVP race is beyond me. We're looking at a man who couldn't score on Jalen Williams at center, but yet somehow he's the MVP? I don't know. Before we get on to what we are doing, Hoopsmas, we are trying to get, we're uploading 10 videos every single day, and we are also trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. We are on track to just about hitting it, but if we can somehow hit like 7.2 thousand subscribers by the end of the day, it's only 2 off, so we should be able to do that. That would be absolutely incredible, especially because like I'm leaving. I'll be recording the rest of my videos on like a laptop in like a cramped room for the rest of the day. But yeah, so we have got Anthony Davis. And the thing with Anthony Davis for me is that he doesn't just shut up about things he deserves and things he should be getting. And look, don't get it twisted. Anthony Davis is genuinely a great player. But like he's out there while absolutely stinking it up for the last couple of games. Like Anthony Davis, he's had a couple of good games. He's had a 15-point game against the Thunder, who are tiny. He then got outplayed by Gobert. He got outplayed on the offensive end by Rudy Gobert. How do you shoot 4 of 14? You're a center. How do you shoot 28% from the field? You're a center. Rudy Gobert scored more points than you, and he took 6 less shots. And he scored 5 more points than you. Oh my God. You got outplayed on the offensive end by Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert on the offensive end by Rudy Gobert. And now he's like, and while he's getting outplayed by Rudy Gobert on the offensive end, he's crying about deserving more Defensive Player of the Year. Should Anthony Davis deserve a Defensive Player of the Year? I don't know. Maybe. I think when it's all said and done, Rudy Gobert having 4 probably doesn't look the best. But at the same time, is Anthony Davis as impactful a defensive player as Rudy Gobert? No. Absolutely not. And you might be saying, oh, he has that defensive versatility. Yeah, but Rudy Gobert is one of the best rim protectors we've ever seen. And you might be saying, like, oh, Rudy Gobert or gets dunked on more. Yeah, because people are dumb enough to try dunk on Rudy Gobert. People like don't respect Rudy Gobert and want to dunk on him every single time. For all elite defenders, it is the best thing possible for teams to want to go at the elite defenders, because they will miss. But like Anthony Davis, he is just like, he's called street clothes. I don't understand why he's been called street clothes, because he played a lot more basketball than some people, and he is an all-star. But he has like a 5-game stretch every year where it's like, oh, Anthony Davis, the best big man in basketball. No, he's not. Nikola Jokic has literally like destroyed them so much that they're calling Nikola Jokic has his own LeBronto for a team with Anthony Davis on it. Anthony Davis will get outplayed by other team centers half the time. Yeah, okay, he had a better game than Wemby when they played the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama is a better player than Anthony Davis right now. And I mean that. If you were to ask any team for this season alone, and I don't mean for the long term, obviously long term you take Wembanyama, for this season alone, do you want Anthony Davis or Wemby? I think almost every one of them will take, say, Wemby. If you were guaranteed to lose Wemby at the end of the season, if the Lakers were able to trade AD for Wemby, but somehow there's a rule where if a player's traded, their restricted free agency status is gone, so they can go anywhere. If the Lakers were to trade for AD or Wemby, and you're almost guaranteed Wemby's left at the end of his rookie year, they still would do it. Like, AD is an elite defender. An absolutely elite defender. On his day, he's an elite offensive player. But he's not an MVP. He's not an MVP, and we're seeing Lakers fans, we're even seeing him self-complaining about not getting the accolades that he deserves. But like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't understand why the 80 hype, not the 80 hype is still there, but why the like 80 is the best big man in basketball talks are still happening in the year of 2024. It is 2024. Can we please just stop that? Can we please just stop that? But yeah, that is. I'm just frustrated. I'm so frustrated looking at seeing stuff about Anthony Davis every year. And I saw the like, this was the funny one. It's like Anthony Davis after his yearly 6-game MVP stretch, and it's the KD for the Brooklyn Nets. Anthony Davis will never win MVP playing alongside LeBron. Man, he's never going to win MVP not playing alongside LeBron. He has been top 3 in MVP in his career once, and that was 7 seasons ago. Do you want to know how long it's been since Anthony Davis was top 3 in MVP voting? Do you want to know how long it's been? Luka was still playing for Real Madrid. Still playing for Madrid. LaMelo Ball was still in Lithuania. That's how long ago. That is genuinely how long ago it's been since AD was a top 3 MVP candidate. So ESPN somehow, like everybody calling out ESPN for not having Anthony Davis. Jeez, I'm so focused on WNBA stuff that I almost just call Anthony Davis Caitlin Clark. Not having Anthony Davis in their top 10 NBA players. He's not a top 10 player. I'm sorry, like he is the 1A, 1B, and you might be saying, oh, he's way better than LeBron. He's not even that much better than a washed LeBron James. But obviously, Luka's better, Jokic is better, Tatum's better, Shea is better, Steph is better. You've got I forgot somebody. Giannis is better. Anthony Edwards, I know he's had a bit of a slow start to the season. You're still taking him over Anthony Davis. Wemby's better. Donovan Mitchell's better. And that's the thing. He is somewhere between 8 and 14. 8 and 14 is probably around where he's ranked. And the fact is, if you put him anywhere in that ranking, it's not disrespectful, it's the truth. But Lakers fans will say it's disrespectful of Anthony Davis lower than 5 on your top 10 NBA player list. And that is just ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anthony Davis, look, he's a really good player, but can we, like, there are tiers to this. There are tiers to this. There are the MVP level players, as in your Luka, your Jokic, your Giannis. Then there are your MVP candidate level players, your Sheas, your Tatums, your maybe even to this stage, maybe still Steph. Those type of guys. And an 80 is in that tier below. 80 is in that like perennial all-star tier. He's not even in the like MVP candidate tier. Just because he's got a couple of good games to start the season does not mean he should still be third in the MVP race. There is no excuse for him to be ahead of Franz Wagner in the MVP race. None whatsoever. There is no excuse for him to be ahead of Donovan Mitchell in the MVP race. None whatsoever. There's no excuse for him to be ahead of Shea. No excuse for him to be ahead of Giannis. It is just Lakers bias, and it's gotten ridiculous. AD's a hell of a player, but come on. He had a good 7-game stretch to start the year. And since then, he's been borderline all-star-ish level.